The only reason why my ex-best friend didn't get kidnapped is because they didn't want to kidnap me too.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing pretty privilege. Now, a lady asked people to tell her they don't have pretty privilege without saying they don't have pretty privilege.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying I don't have pretty privilege.
Now, a lot of people responded to her question with stories and examples of how they don't have pretty privilege. But before we get into their responses, before we get into what they said, I found this video. It's kind of like a game. They put a finger down if what they say is applicable to you. And in that video, it's supposed to tell you whether you're attractive based on society rules and things that happen in the society. So based on the society perception of attraction. So I want us to try the game. So I'm going to play it, then we are going to react to it together. And I would love to know your score. So please let me know your score in the comment section. So let's get into the game or whatever to know how attractive we are based on society perception of society rules.
Only attractive people can put over 5 fingers down.
Okay, let's
Can you do it?
start.
Put a finger down if a stranger has approached you for being attractive. Put a finger down if people reply instantly to your messages. Put a finger down if someone has tried to rizzing you up before.
What does that mean?
Put a finger down if you always find people looking at you in public. Put a finger down if someone has complimented your smile. Put a finger down if you can easily fit in with a new group of people. Put a finger down if you have more than 3 people in your recents. Check this by clicking on the arrow and then more. Put a finger down if you are the most popular in your friend group. Put a finger down if you've ever felt confident about the way you look. Put a finger down if your mom has called you handsome or beautiful before. Comment how many fingers you put down and don't forget to like and follow for daily videos.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I should have put 2 fingers down because I know my mom has always said I'm fine in this thing. I think so. I have 2 fingers down, but they said you must have 5 fingers down before you are deemed attractive. Any which way, that was not humbling. I refuse to be humbled by that game, that perception. But let's check out what people had to say about not having pretty privilege. So they are sharing their stories, they're sharing some things that have happened to them that just made them know that, okay, they don't have pretty privilege.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying I don't have pretty privilege.
You're just one of the guys. Yeah, you're invited, but like, you're still bringing your friends, right? And then this one needs a little context. So I'm a twin. And growing up, everywhere my mother took us, she would be flocked by colleagues, friends, whatever. And they immediately would look at my sister and go, oh my God, she's so pretty. You're so lucky. You have such a gorgeous daughter. She's blonde. She's blue-eyed. Oh my God, she was so pretty. And then they would go, but I thought you had twins. And my mom would point to me and then go, yeah, she's right there. And without fail, every time, their response was, oh, you and your sister look nothing alike.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying I don't have pretty privilege.
So I was FaceTiming a bunch of my friends, and one of them was talking about one of the guys she was talking to, and she's like, you know, I don't know if I'm that into him. I don't know if I really like him. He just compliments me too much. And in my head, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe he's coming on too strong. Maybe he's like trying too hard or whatever. But then she was like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're talking to a guy and he just compliments you too much and it just seems like he's way too into you because all he does all the time is just tell you how like pretty and like beautiful you are. No. No, I don't, Danacy. What's that like?
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
I don't even think I have to say anything.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
In high school, we used to go over to like these cute guys' houses, and my friends wouldn't listen to my name when they were asked who was coming.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
The only reason why my ex-best friend didn't get kidnapped is because they didn't want to kidnap me too.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
I actually have a lot of these, but let me just share some of my favorites. To start off less specific, when you have to order a drink, you know what I'm talking about. The skinny girl and the pretty girl, you gotta send her up. You gotta send her up. She can get the drinks for everyone because they're not coming to me. And now to get specific, I went out with like 6 of my friends. We were having a good time. They met these guys. It started off with, of course, when he's introducing himself, he just skips right on over me. And he wanted to buy them shots, which, okay, well, he bought 5. There's 6 of us. My friend, who's a baddie, told him she would refuse to take the shot unless he bought one for me, which he did. But why? Why are men like this? Pretty privilege? Ugh. And if you tell me it's not real, you probably have it.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
I only went to my junior prom because I asked my date to go with me. Senior year, there was one guy in my class who hadn't asked anybody, and I was pretty much the only girl left, and instead of asking me, he went by himself, and I stayed home. All of my guy friends would talk to me about their girl problems, and then they would confess to me that they have feelings for my friends. People only wanted to come hang out with me at my house because I had the fun house, and as soon as my family moved, nobody wanted to come hang out, and nobody invited me to do anything. I was just the mom of my friend group. I was just the girl with the big boobs. I was the girl who had the driver's license and a job, so I could pay for gas to pick people up, drop people off, pay for snacks. Never really had a boyfriend in high school. You know, if that doesn't say it, I don't know what does.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
I posted an original TikTok, and some guy that I met on Hinge copied it word for word, unfollowed me, and unadded me on Snapchat. But here's the thing. My video got 200 views. His got 2 million.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
I'm so fucking tired of seeing videos like this, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have been told for a very long time that I have pretty privilege. And in a lot of aspects, yeah, I do. If there's a heavy box and I need someone to lift it, a guy will probably lift it for me. If I'm at a club and I don't want to pay, or I want to get into someone's VIP section, I am totally capable of doing that. Do I receive more looks and more attention from men because of the way I look? Yeah. But sis, being able to get out of a speeding ticket because you're pretty is not a fair exchange with all the negative shit that comes with it. I am a pretty sexually conservative girl, especially for my age. My body count is very low, but because I like to go out and go to clubs and bars and have fun, guys assume I'm a slut. They also think I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know why, but they just think I'm an idiot. When I show interest in things like manga, comic books, or anime, they think it's cap. This isn't enough time. I'm probably gonna do a part 2.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
I have 449,000 followers on TikTok and 4,100 followers on Instagram. And I had like 2,000 followers on Instagram before I even started on TikTok.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
One time my friend Gabby and I went to go get ice cream, and Gabby is beautiful, 11 out of 10. So we order our ice cream and we go up to the register. She goes first, and the guy, he's like about our age, he looks at her and he goes, you don't have to pay, ice cream's on the house. So then I walk up and I'm like, oh my god, like, and he looks at me and he says, $3.74 please.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
So one time sophomore year, one of my guy friends was going around the room and saying like everybody's best features, and he was usually saying like, you know, like body parts and stuff like that. And once he got to me, he goes, you know, Grace, you have a really nice personality. And not gonna lie, that stuck with me forever, but I'm still friends with him and it's okay.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
Yes. I've been waiting for this one. I get about 10 guys snaps me a day asking me about my friends. Guys only talk to me because I'm funny. One time, a guy said to my face, you know, the only reason that guys ever would talk to you is because you have a good body, because your face is shit. I said, damn, you think I have a good body? One time a guy was supposed to ask for a double date, and he said, oh, why can't I have the hot one? And they said, shut up, bro, Lucy's so funny. He's like, you're right, she's so funny. I'm so funny. One time I was on Tinder for 3 days, and I got no notifications at all. Nobody swiped right. One time I was in the car with my friends. I said, I want his number, and they rolled to the window. They said, my friend wants your number. He said, which one? And they pointed to me, and he drove away. If a guy says, hey, Lucy, let's hang out, I'm like, oh, yeah, let's hang out. He says, bring your friends. Only if you bring your friends. Shut up.
Tell me you don't have pretty privilege without saying, I don't have pretty privilege.
Oh boy, here we go. I always have to start conversations with men because they just don't talk to me otherwise. When we go to bars, everyone wants to talk to my friends and never me. What's your friend's Snapchat? Who's your friend? I only get free drinks at the bar if my pretty friend is getting drinks bought for her and those guys feel bad for me. I've had many friends that won't post pictures with me because my look doesn't fit their aesthetic. I've had a few instances that I've been told that I'm dateable but never dateable. The amount of times that men, even just male coworkers, have walked away while I'm in the middle of a sentence is disgusting. In high school, guys would rate girls on Ask FM, and I'd sometimes make the list, but they make it very clear that it was only because I have big boobs. It's always the boobs.
Now, some of the things that people said were just shocking. Now, there were also some things that were relatable, like the girl that talked about the fact that her guy friends will be talking to her about their relationship, talking to her about things, then always like asking about their friend. That one is relatable. I will be with my friend later on, guys will be talking to me and be like, that your friend, is she single? What happened? Is she this? Where is she from? That and that. And I'm like, wow. But I didn't really see it as anything, but it is what it is. Also, the girl that talked about the fact that they were playing a game, then the guys were saying what is nice about other ladies and their physical appearance, and then they go to her and they were like talking about a character. That is that one I understand, because they'll be like, oh, you have a good personality, or you're a hardworking person, or you're a good person. And I'm like, okay, but I know that personality, morality, and characters are actually more valuable than the physical look, especially for lasting relationship, lasting marriage. So it's not a bother right now, but then I might have, especially if you are in secondary school and everybody seems to be getting hit on by guys, and you are just the guy girl, and nothing seems to be happening. It might affect your self-esteem and affect the way you look at things, but it is what it is. The one that got me going, excuse me, and clutching my invisible purse, was the lady who said that her friend was not kidnapped because she was with her. So they did not want to kidnap the two of them. They did not want to kidnap her because they felt she was not pretty. So they left the pretty friend and her together. And I'm like, what the heck? I don't know how she knew that her friend was not kidnapped because of her, because she was not pretty enough. Maybe the guys or whoever, maybe the kidnappers told her. But that was just crazy. Another person shared that her friends will not post pictures that she's in because she doesn't fit their aesthetic. And if I didn't have another video where somebody actually said that her friends used to crop her out of the picture before they post it because they felt like she was ugly, she was the ugly friend, I would have said, I don't think that is happening, but it seems like some people are actually like that. Like, I don't understand. You take a picture together, all of you are together, and you people are posting it online, and you're cropping out people, or you take a picture when they are not around so that you can upload it because the pretty friends are fitting the aesthetic of your of what you want on your page. And I'm like, wow, that is such a terrible thing to happen to people. And if you are someone that seeks validation from others, that can really affect you. And the whole thing is to work on your self-esteem and just try to focus on other things and not allow people's perception of what is attractive to affect your own personal life. Because there's something that I saw once. People would live their own life and you cannot allow them to live your own life. So you have to live your own life and not allow people's perception of things about you to cause you to live their life. So it's like they are living their own life and they are living your own life together. So you need people that experience such need to just like focus on themselves and try to make themselves better in all kind of way and just focus on being the best that they can be. Now, personally, I really don't understand the concept of pretty privilege per se. I might do a little bit of research after, but one thing I've noticed as a content creator is that aesthetics matter. Now, as a pharmacist, as a healthcare worker, it really doesn't matter like that. It's what's up in your brain. So I do not understand the concept of the pretty privilege until I became a content creator. And I'm saying that people with certain look, even if they do the bare minimum, they seem to get success faster than others that are really like putting in the work. So that, I think that's where I kind of have a glimpse of what people are talking about pretty privilege and how those who are deemed pretty, who are deemed attractive, might advance faster than those that are not deemed attractive. Now, like I said, I will probably do another video or do research about what exactly is the concept of pretty privilege and what's involved. But then, like I said, I really did not get a glimpse of the pretty privilege until I became a content creator. Anyway, I don't know what you guys think about this whole video. Some of the stories that the ladies mentioned, did anything strike you? Do you have similar experience? Did you do the put a finger down game with me? And how many fingers did you put down? Like I said, my own is supposed to be 2. Well, I showed 1, but it's supposed to be 2. So I would love to hear how many fingers you put down. So please leave your score in the comment section. Also leave your comment about this whole topic in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.